Greetings, esteemed masters and friends, whether it's morning or evening. I extend my warm regards to each one of you. This is Lavanya Vishwanath from Melbourne, Australia. It brings me immense pleasure to extend a heartfelt welcome to all of you to the Day 28 in My Time Infinity program. This initiative is a collaborative effort between IFSS and PSSM Global. We began this meditation program 27 days ago, taking our first baby steps on day 0. I know by now you would have got some clarity in this process, where every day we are being backed up with wisdom on scientific research as well. Each day, we eagerly look forward to this program as every speaker brings their in-depth knowledge and wisdom to share with us. Today, we are honored with two wonderful speakers with us, that is Resmi and Sunil. Before handing it over to them, let me give a quick intro. Many of you are familiar with Resmi from this My Time Infinity program, where she has served both as a host and a speaker. Rashmi is a meditation coach and healer based in North Carolina, USA. Today, she will share her insights on Ho'oponopono and guide us through a meditation session focused on this process. And let me give introduction about Sunil as well. I know Sunil needs no introduction, as we see him daily sharing his extensive scientific research guide and serving as a host and a speaker. For those joining us today, Sunil is a trustee member of IFSS and a dedicated volunteer in our meditation programs. He'll be sharing his wisdom on The 4 Agreements, a book by Don Miguel Ruiz. We are excited to learn from both of you, Rashmi and Sunil, from your expertise and experience. With this, I would hand it over to you.
Thank you, Lavanya. Hi, Sunil. Good morning.
Good morning, Rashmi. Good evening. Thank you. Thank you, Lavanya.
So, friends, as we all do every day for the last 28 days, we'll be starting the session with meditation. But today, we will be just doing a 15-minute meditation. Then, as Lavanya was mentioning, we will be talking about how to heal our past using Ho'oponopono technique. And there'll be a guided meditation after that. So without further delay, let's start the meditation for day 28. I don't have to give any instructions. I think everyone knows the process by now. So get into the most relaxed and comfortable posture, everyone. And those who are wearing specs, you can remove it. You don't need specs in meditation. If you're sitting on the floor, please cross your leg. And if you're sitting on a chair, just cross your feet. Clasp your fingers. Be aware of your surroundings. Take a moment. Relax yourself. Relax your body. And gently and slowly close your eyes. Meditation is a grand happening. We don't do deliberately anything in meditation. All we have to do is allow ourselves to experience it. Just experience whatever happens in meditation. Slowly bring your awareness to your normal, natural breath. You can observe your subtle movements at the nostrils or the chest or even belly while you're breathing. Just be a silent observer. Be a witness to what is happening. We will have a light music playing in the background just to allow ourselves to be in the state for the next 15 minutes. Meditation is about a non-doing state, and breath is an example for that. It's just an happening. We don't need to do anything, it just happens. So be a silent observer to your normal, natural, peaceful breath. Allow the breath happen. Don't manipulate the breath. Don't control the breath. Just be a silent witness to the breath which is happening at this moment. Feel the breath, my dear friends. Soak in all the positive energy when you inhale and relax when you exhale. Thoughts might come. Don't struggle with it. Don't fight with it. Just bring back the awareness back to the breath. Keep observing your normal, natural breath. Last 5 minutes. Be with you, my dear friends, the last 1 minute. Slowly bring your awareness to your body. Gently unclasp your fingers and keep your palm on your eyes. And at your time and space, open your eyes with a beautiful smile. I hope everyone is back. Let's get started with the topic for today. It is an interesting topic. Heal your past and equip your future. So friends, if you look at our lives, it is the main three things which we deal with, right? We are always worried about, or we are always dealing with our past. And then we try to be in the present moment. And we are building our future. We are planning our future. So meditation, as we know, we have been practicing for the last few weeks. It brings us to the present moment. It helps us being in the now. But what happens with the past? The past which has already happened, the things which has happened in our life. What happens with the past? So we, on last few weeks, we have been hearing a lot about mind, the states of mind, how mind helps in meditation, how mind tricks us during the meditation. We have been hearing a lot of topics during the last few weeks. So if you look at mind, here we are considering the two main parts of it, like conscious mind and the subconscious mind. The conscious mind, it's like a tip of an iceberg, and it helps us with the critical thinking, analytical thinking, all the short-term memories. All these things are stored in our conscious mind. But the subconscious mind is like that part of an iceberg which is hidden under the water. It is like the 90% of the mind which we are unaware of, which is hidden within us. And this subconscious mind, it deals with all the emotions, all the feelings we have, the habits, the addictions, our creative side, imaginations, our intuitions, all these, and the long-term memory. All these things are stored within our subconscious mind. So if you want to see the magnitude of the subconscious mind and conscious mind, the conscious mind is able to process 40 bits of data per second. But the subconscious mind, it is processing around 20 million data per second. So that shows the magnitude difference between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. It's a huge part of it. It is always growing. It is operating at high speed, and it is always available there. And the relationship, how the conscious mind and subconscious mind are related, it's like a mother-child relationship. If a mother tells something to the child being a sponge, it just absorbs it, it just believes it. So you tell a child, you're a Superman, you can do anything, the child just believes it, and he's ready to fight the world for you. So the same thing happens with the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. Whenever we face a situation in our life, be it pleasant or unpleasant, the emotions, the feelings, whatever you're feeling when you're facing that situation, how you're responding to that situation, all these data get stored into the subconscious mind. And this data, it is not just from this life, it could be from our previous lives, it could be from many years of our current life. All this data gets stored in our subconscious mind. And what do we do? What happens with the data which is stored in the subconscious mind? Whenever we face a similar situation again, the subconscious mind, it knows what happened last time when that situation happened, the emotions, the feelings, the responses which we did, all this data is available with us. So what the subconscious mind does is, it just sends the data to the conscious mind, and immediately our conscious mind picks it up and responds or reacts to that situation. So you might have faced situations like when you see somebody, you don't immediately, without even talking to them, you feel a negative energy about that person, or you don't get connected to that person, or some situation happens, you just don't want to be there, you just want to get out of that situation. All this is because similar situations would have happened in our past, and the data is there in our subconscious mind, And that is triggering that reaction from us. So all this data, it is constantly feeding our mind, and it is like we are always in that react mode because of this data. So how do we erase this data? How can we be in the present moment, look at something with a fresh eyes, don't depend on these data? How can we erase whatever is getting stored in our subconscious mind? That is where healing the past comes into picture. And as Lavanya was mentioning, the technique we use for healing is called Ho'oponopono. So it's a Hawaiian word. Ho means to make, and opono means right. So when you have opono, it means to make, right. It could be taken as to make it doubly right, or we can consider it as making it right with us and with others. So this is, as I said, it's a very ancient Hawaiian technique, but it came into popularity when a doctor who worked in a state hospital did a miracle there. So the Hawaiian state hospital had a ward of very criminally insane patients. Like they were prisoners, but they were clinically and criminally insane. So they had a separate ward in the prison just to keep these patients there. So doctors used to come, nurses used to come, but nobody was able to survive there for a longer period. And whatever treatment they did, it was not making them better. So after multiple doctors leaving and having issues with the staff, the state prison heard about Dr. Hewlin. He is the one who brought this technique into our reality now. So Dr. Hewlin is a medical doctor, and he said, I will come, but I want to try an alternative healing technique. So give me a room in the hospital and give me all the files for the patients. I will not be treating them direct. I will just use an alternative healing technique. So he came, he got all the files. So every day he will start reading the file of each patient. He just reads the past, whatever crimes they did. He just keeps on reading, and the emotion which arises in him, it could be a sadness, it could be anger, whatever emotion which arises in him, he started using this Ho'oponopono technique and heal it. And he did this days in and days out. He kept coming. He never met any of the patients. And slowly they started seeing a change in the patients. Like whoever was like less clinically insane, they started showing a great improvement. And those who were like very bad state, they started showing improvements. So over a period of years, they were able to actually release few of those patients and move few of them into the prison back. And they were able to shut down that entire ward. That is when this technique, it was spread across the world. Many people came to know about this incident, and Ho'oponopono again became very popular healing technique. So in Ho'oponopono, there is two major concepts, or you can say it is a pillar of Ho'oponopono. One is you don't consider anything as outside, like whatever you see outside of you, like whatever is troubling you, whatever you see outside as a bad emotion or feeling, it is because of what is there inside us. We are just projecting it outside. You see somebody bad or somebody angry, or you don't like somebody, it is because of the feelings or the emotions which you are storing inside and you're projecting it outside. And the second one is everything you see around, you create it. Whatever you see, whatever you feel, whatever happens around you, you have a part to play in it. So how do you accept it, right? Like you're walking on a street and a car comes and hits you. You are not able to accept it. It is not your fault. You're on the sidewalk and the car just hit you. But if that car or that accident is in your reality, that means you have created it. You had a part in creating that. So that is the two main concepts, that recognizing that there is no outside and everything you see, you created it. And now when we talk about the actual technique, it is 4 affirmations. You can say it is statements or mantra. What we do in Ho'oponopono technique is we make an appeal. We make an appeal to your higher self. If you're believing in a God, you can make this appeal to that God you believe in. If you believe in a supreme power or the universe, you can just make this application to that supreme power. Or if you're aware of your actual higher self, you can make this application to the actual higher self. So the 4 statements are, I am sorry. Why are we saying sorry here? Because we are taking all the responsibility of that experience. Whatever you are experiencing right now, we are taking complete responsibility of that experience. We don't blame anybody. We don't dump the responsibility on somebody else. It is us creating that experience. Next one is, please forgive me. So forgiving whatever part you played in creating that particular experience, you're forgiving ourselves. We may have done it knowingly or unknowingly. You're just forgiving whatever part you played in it. And the 3rd statement is, I love you. This is where the actual healing happens. When we say, I love you, we are creating with that oneness. We are connecting with that oneness. And when we love ourselves, we will have the connection with ourselves, and we will be able to make that same connection with the same oneness feeling with others. And then all the judgments, all the blaming and all that happened doesn't make any sense to us, because we are all one. How can you blame others when you're not blaming ourselves? So that statement of I love you, actually the healing starts happening here. And finally, you say thank you. Wholeheartedly, with a lot of gratitude, you are thanking this entire experience, that healing or the experience which you are going through. It has happened for a reason. You were supposed to learn something or experience something from that particular incident. So you are taking it as a learning for yourself, and you are thanking the universe, thanking your higher self for giving that opportunity for that learning. So when we keep doing this, what happens is all the data which I told earlier, like which is getting stored in our subconscious, it starts getting erased. Slowly, you have to keep doing it. So slowly it starts getting deleted. It erases the memories. It keeps deleting the data from our subconscious mind. We may not know that it is happening, but when you start experiencing something similar in your reality again, you may not react the same way like you did before. That is when you know that these data is getting deleted. I think with that, we will, that is a short introduction to the topic and the technique as such. So we will do a guided meditation to see how this works. So just like how we were doing earlier, you can sit comfortably in a very relaxed posture and gently close your eyes. And take a moment to gather yourself, to be aware of yourself. There could be many unpleasant memories or situations in our life. like losing a loved one, relationship issues, marital issues, childhood trauma, financial issues, losing a job or friendship issues. It could be anything. All this could be stored as a painful emotion or a memory within us. We may not be ready to accept it and deal with it. We just keep burying it inside. We just keep running away from these. And these things keeps getting added. Observe if any such incident is surfacing now. If it is surfacing, please be aware of it. Do not fight with it. And from this space, we will start the meditation. And if you cannot think of anything, if you cannot remember anything bothering you, it's totally fine. You can still use the delete button and keep deleting. I'll repeat the 4 statements which I mentioned before. Try connecting to it. Try communicating to it, this universe, wholeheartedly. All we need to do is an intent, to have an intent to get healed, to have peace within, to be in that love frequency. And then the healing happens. You may become emotional. Please don't hold back. Let it go. Let it out. Let's keep clearing whatever which has been accumulated. A light background music will be playing in the background, and keep connecting to the statements. I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you and thank you. I am sorry this happened. Please forgive me for whatever part I played in creating it. I love you for freeing me from this pain. And thank you for this healing. I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you and thank you. I don't know how, but I have created this reality. And I see it in you because I see it in me. I am sorry. Please forgive me. I accept that I created this reality. I take full responsibility. Please forgive me. You and thank you. Sorry. Please forgive me. I accept this reality. I accept this experience as it's my creation. I love you. Thank you for this healing. Thank you for this releasing. I am sorry. Please forgive me for consciously or unconsciously I have created it. I love you so much. I truly love you. Thank you. Thank you for freeing me from this pain. I am sorry that it happened in my reality and it created pain for me and for others. I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. Thank you for this experience. Every experience is a learning for us. So thank you for this experience, which is making me a better person. I am sorry. Please forgive me. The pain that I carry is because I've not accepted it. I love you. Thank you for healing me. I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. Sorry. I know this experience is part of me because I need to learn. But I'm done. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you for this healing. And thank you for erasing these memories, the patterns, the emotions, the feelings. Thank you for erasing all of them. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I don't know which part of me created this, but thank you for this experience. Thank you for this learning. I love you. Thank you for this healing. Thank you for this learning. Thank you for this love. Thank you for this acceptance. Sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I love you. Thank you. I love you. Thank you. Thank you for this healing. Thank you for erasing these memories. Thank you for clearing my baggage. Friends, slowly come back to your surroundings. Be aware of your body. And at your time and space, gently open your eyes. I know it was a short guided meditation, but I hope you understood the technique. This is a tool which we can use anytime anything unpleasant happens in our reality. We can keep doing this Ho'oponopono technique and clear that memory, clear that emotion, clear that feeling. You don't want to clear the pleasant memories or emotions. We always want to clear the unpleasant memories and emotions. So keep clearing your baggage, clearing your past, so you can be ready for building your future. And we have Sunil here to talk to us about the future. Hi Sunil, over to you.
Thank you, Rashmi. That was deep. Very, very deep. Thank you so much. So, friends, how do you all feel? I think I'm getting to hear my echo. Is the audio okay? Okay, that's fine. Yes, it's wonderful. Thank you so much. Feeling light. There's so many messages. So I hope you all felt healed, or at least to some extent. Are you going to do this regularly? Yes. Some messages coming. There's some heads nodding. So Rashmi, I think you can open up a clinic with long list of people coming to heal and heal and heal.
It is a self-healing technique, right? I've given the technique.
Yes, that was on a lighter note, though. So fundamentally, I want to ask, how long do you want to keep healing yourself? Basically, why do we need to heal? Because of some emotional issues, the mistakes that we would have done in the past, or other emotional attributes like anger, frustration, negative emotions that we carry, which actually strains ourselves and strains the relationship with people. So when we get entangled into such situations, we come for a healing technique. We feel that we need to heal and we try to get healed. And yes, if we try this technique, you definitely get healed. But again, the fundamental question is, how long? It's like, because the doctor is there, I'm okay to get, be a patient. How long you want to be a patient? That's the question we need to ask ourselves. Whatever happened is happened. That's like yesterday's session, Shreyans Dagaji has mentioned, whatever happened, that was a karma. But this moment is a choice. This moment is in our hands. It's in our hand totally, in our own control. And we have a choice every moment. And we make that choice consciously. We know this, but still we end up getting into the old habit patterns. We are so much habituated with all the things that we had done in the past, that we have learned, that we keep repeating that again and again. And human beings are the only animal in this planet Earth who keeps repeating the same mistakes hundreds and thousands of times. Animals also, when they make mistake, they learn from it. They don't repeat it. But our human minds, rather I would say the space between the mind and the heart, the 1 feet distance, there is a lot of turbulence, a lot of things that goes around. And mind always keeps you hooked or keeps you engaged with all these emotional traumas that you call, or emotional issues and whatnot. Why does it happen? Well, this is so beautifully written in this book called The 4 Agreements. So I'm going to share whatever I'm going to discuss today is from this beautiful book, 4 Agreements, written by Don Miguel Ruiz and the Toltec Wisdom. Deep gratitude to the Toltec Wisdom and this author who brought our attention to these agreements. It's beautifully mentioned. I always recommend, we all recommend you to go grab this book from Amazon or any bookstore and start reading. It's so simple. It's just this thick. You can barely finish in a few days. So the reason why we all keep repeating this is, of course, the habitual patterns. And we have been learning this habitual pattern. We have been going through these habitual patterns since our childhood. And that's called domestication. We all know this famous quote called, where attention goes, energy flows, right? So the attention is a beautiful ability. It's an ability that we can discriminate everything and hook our attention to something that we want to perceive or we want to manifest. So using this attention, we have been domesticated. Since childhood, our parents used to say, if you do this, you are a good boy or a good girl. If you do not do this, you are bad, you are shunned, you're shamed. And same thing we learn in our institutes, schools, colleges. You do this, you're good. There are a lot of rules being written by our own parents, the educational institutes, and the society. So we keep writing these rules in our mind. These are do's and these are do nots. If you do good, you're accepted. But if you do not do that, whatever is being written, you're not accepted. You're being judged. So as long as we agree to these statements that is being imposed on us, and when we believe it, that becomes a faith. And then on, it's that belief system and faith that will drive us along throughout our life. We carry all those imprints in our mind and we move on. Children are domesticated in a very, very similar way how we domesticate the animals like dog. I'm sure those who own pet would know this. If the dog does the right thing, which is asked to, it's being rewarded with a biscuit or something to eat. If it doesn't do what is expected, it's being punished. And that's the same thing we also underwent in our childhood. You're being told, this is what we are supposed to do. These are the rules. And if we do that, there is a reward awaiting. And reward can be in tangible and non-tangible forms. It could even be as small as one big hug. Oh, you did this. You're such a wonderful boy, such a wonderful girl. Here is love for you as a reward because you have done this. And if the kid doesn't do as what is mentioned, the kid is punished emotionally or physically. So this domestication goes on, and then over a period of time, we lose our own self. We start pretending. We start pleasing others. Though we are not in the right state of mind, we end up just acting or enacting that I'm good enough. I'm following the rules that are being mentioned. And we keep craving for those rewards that we were given. Because there is a fear of rejection. If we don't do that, I'll be reprimanded, I'll be rejected. And that fear of rejection will turn the person into a very different personality. You'll know more your own self. And since childhood, when this goes on, when we turn to a teenager and become an adulthood, we don't need any domestication process because we are already auto-domesticated, like auto-tuned. We know when to domesticate ourselves. Our mind is so tuned to this domestication. We always seek external acceptance for our presence. We receive judgments like a victim. And what does victim do? Victim carries guilt, shame, blame, and so on. So just like the government has created this book of laws for the society, that these are the do's and these are the do nots, we create a book of law within our own mind. And we internalize that and we randomly repeat that and we create that belief system, we develop that faith, and everything then on that we do is driven by this belief system. That's the reason we see a lot of people who keep repeating these mistakes. That's the fine difference between animal and human being. We keep repeating because we get hooked with these belief systems. And with this domestication, you form an image of perfection. And we always crave to be perfect. And if we are not perfect, according to our own book of laws, we start rejecting our own selves. And we start punishing our own selves. Rather than others punishing you, we start punishing our own self. So that's the reason we keep repeating these mistakes. So this book has clearly, beautifully explained about this domestication in detail, and the author has laid out 4 agreements that you can follow. If you can follow these 4 agreements, you actually come out of this vicious cycle. I mean, I believe to such an extent that if we follow this beautifully, you don't need to heal yourself. You really do not need to heal yourself. Let's go with the agreements. The first agreement is be impeccable with your word. Now, the word is so powerful that it can actually change a life or destroy a life. In fact, words are like seeds, and our human mind, you can consider the human mind as a fertile soil. So whatever you sow, you grow. You sow with good words, positive things, you grow positive. If you sow the negative things, we become negative. But most often, since we are driven with that fear, this fertile mind is always sown with the seed of fear. And it's that fear that governs us in the later point of time. If you take an example of Hitler, we all know what he has done. He sowed those seeds of fear into not just one, into millions, into an entire country, into an entire region. And we all know what had happened and how those days were. That's the power of words. Words are like one spell of that word is like an arrow shot out of the bow. It can either create a white magic or a black magic. Most of the times we cast these spells all the time with our own opinion. And if you accept that as an agreement, you put all your powers into that opinion, and that opinion becomes a black magic. There was a beautiful example mentioned by the author. There was this little daughter. She used to sing. So the mother came home from office, but the state of mind of that mother was completely bad. She had a very terrible, bad day in the office. Something wrong happened, terribly wrong, and she probably didn't had a good travel experience back home. So the moment she reached home, she was stressed completely. The daughter, upon seeing a mom, jumped up in joy. She was probably practicing some kind of new song, and she straight away hugged her mom and said, okay, you know what? I have this song practiced for you. I want to sing this. And she started singing. The mom, on the other hand, being in a different state of mind, she was obviously, not in her best state. So she reacted very fiercely. Oh, come on. Can you just please shut up? That was a very horrible voice, a very horrible song. Just shut up. The mom just said these words. And you know what happened to the daughter? The daughter took that very seriously. The daughter made an opinion. The daughter assumed, the daughter wrote that, imprinted those words in her mind. Oh, my voice is not beautiful. I'm not good. And since then, she started losing her entire interest in singing. Not just singing, that even affected her to be open and speak up to people. So her habituals, her thinking changed, her belief system changed, and she started becoming more reserved and not talking to people. All sorts of things that happened. So what I'm trying to explain here is word has so much power. So by this statement, be impeccable with your word. The word impeccable means without sin. So when you are impeccable with your word, you take complete responsibility of your action. You do not judge or blame yourself. And if you make an agreement with yourself to be impeccable with your word, with just that intention of purity, truth manifests. And this truth is coming out of pure heart. This actually cleans all those emotional poison that is existing within you. That is the antidote. Yet another example for black magic is gossip. We all know what gossip is, right? We gossip in the office, at home, with friends, about anyone or everyone, about the closed ones. Gossip is pure poison. It's like just another poison. And what does gossip usually carry? It's all the negative stuffs. It's all the misery. And why people get hooked to those misery? Because there's a misery in everyone, and misery loves company. Group of people with miseries, they love to talk about misery. This is a very, very dangerous poison. Consider this like a computer virus. It's the same programming language. It attacks your systems slowly. And this poison is that virus which attacks into our system slowly, progressively, and with a compounding effect. So typically, your opinion is nothing but your own point of view. If somebody is saying something, it is their point of view. It is coming from their belief systems. It is coming from their own ego. So it's very important to choose, like again, what yesterday's session, this moment we have a choice. So this moment you have a choice. What is the kind of word that you utter? You have a choice to release that arrow. Is it for a black magic or a white magic? So that's the first agreement. The second is don't take anything personally. We all have been victim of this. Many people would have told, hey, you know what, you're stupid. You don't look good. You look dark-skinned, and we take these things very personally. Why do we take this personally? Because we agree with what was being said. Somebody said, I'm stupid and I'm not looking good. I agree, oh, maybe, yeah, I probably am stupid. I'm not looking good. I didn't do that well. And the moment you accept that, the moment you agree to that statement, it has gone into you like yet another poison. Again, like we can discuss, nothing that others are doing to us is because of our own fault. It's because of themselves. Because they can spell only what is there in them, what they see in them. Like comments like you being stupid, or the mother's example that we explained, she was in a different state of mind, and out of that state of mind she bursted out. So here too, this is like a poison, it comes out like a poison. But here you are making a choice whether you are letting that poison in you or you're not letting that in you. And when we start consuming, accepting this, it's like you're eating all their emotional garbage, and all of those emotional garbage are becoming your own garbage. So when we keep accumulating those garbages, what is the output? What is within is what is going to come out. So we need to cultivate a strong habit of not taking things personally. And once you do, just follow this one agreement, you can actually avoid all kinds of upsets in your life. It is that powerful. The next agreement is don't make assumptions. So we all have this tendency to make assumptions about everything. Now, the problem with this is that we believe those are the truth. We create a lot of emotional poison just by assuming things and taking it personally, because we start gossiping about those assumptions. And that gossiping first starts in the mind. We start gossiping internally, and then we start letting it out to people, and then that assumption gets to somewhere else. Now, why does this happen? What is the antidote for assumption? What an assumption means? You're assuming that certain things in our own perception. And how do we come out of this? By asking questions, the right questions. But we are afraid to ask these questions. And because we are afraid to ask questions or clarification, we make an assumption. And after we making assumption, we believe that we are right with that assumption. And it doesn't stop there. We then go on to defend our assumptions. And that's when we create a huge barrier. So it's very important to ask questions, and only these questions can help you come out of these sufferings. And when we cultivate that kind of habit, that kind of barriers within ourselves, we become with a color, we wear those colored glasses. We only see what we want to see, and we only hear what we want to hear. We don't see things as they are, but we see things with our own colored point of view. So we make such a lot of assumptions, in our day-to-day life, and we end up becoming judgmental. We end up becoming abusive. We end up, making the biggest of blunder that a human can make. There are so many examples amongst us. You must have, you can narrate examples from your office or from your relationship. Over a period of time, when we go back to the situation, we would understand, oh my God, it was just a small assumption which triggered this entire nuclear explosion. We could have avoided it by just asking that question. You had a doubt in the mind, ask that question. It's that simple. There's absolutely no complication. The fourth agreement, which is yet another very beautiful agreement, and one of the most important agreement, is always do your best. Nothing more and nothing less. If you do your best, there is no way that you can judge yourself. And if you're not judging whatever way it is, you're not getting into that suffering mode. You're not getting into those negative energies like guilt, blame, self-sabotaging, self-punishment, all those negative emotions. Another beautiful thing about when you do your best is you take action. And why do you take action? Because you love it. It's not because you're expecting a reward. You're doing purely out of love. For example, going for work. We slog for the whole day. Let's say, imagine a person who is slogging for the whole day, not carrying himself or herself good at work. They all crave for that last day SMS that we get. Your salary is credited for that month. That's a reward they always crave for. And once we get that, we are elated. It's a beautiful emotion. And we spend that money here and there. As long as the money is there, we're happy. And the moment the money exhausts, we again go back to those negative situation. Oh my God, this work, I don't like this work. It's you start blaming people, you make assumptions, and so on and so forth. Now, just turn the table. If you work purely for the sake of working, purely with that love for that work, how would that be? You would actually enjoy every action, every step, every process in that work. And that creates a positive environment. That creates a positive energy within ourselves. And we're doing this without any attachment. Well, rewards, I mean, in terms of salary and things, those are there. You will get it. But we are working without any attachment. So every day that work becomes a joy. And when we do that with joy, when we do that with action, you always do with care. There's always that love energy in whatever you do. And when you do that with whatever you do, whatever you love, your productivity increases, you do good, you become creative, lot many things. And over a period of time, we also learn to accept ourselves. We become aware. We learn from our own mistakes. We start looking at the whole thing as they are, honestly. We become honest with our actions, we become honest with our results, and we keep practicing to keep doing our best. So when we do that, the whole process, now you can imagine, the whole process is going to help you increase our awareness level. And as we all know, if we are aware, the main reason, the fundamental reason is the lack of awareness. Why we're meditating? It's for increasing our awareness. And when you are aware every moment, you actually consciously make the right choice every moment. And when you make the right choice every moment, you don't accumulate all this negativity. That is how over a period of time, you don't need healing. You don't need to resort to some external source seeking to, help you come out of things. You are healing yourself. You are taking all the precautions. And imagine the journey. When you don't make assumptions, when you don't take things personally, when you always speak the right word, be impeccable with your word. It's a beautiful state. So always do your best. And always do your best as much as possible. And apply this to all the previous 3 agreements also. The moment you missed out, and we all make mistakes, we missed out and we were not impeccable with your word, say to yourself, it's okay, I made a mistake, let me be more aware. Let me do my best to see that next time I'm being impeccable with your word. You make an assumption, be aware of it. I'll do my best to not assume things going forward. Something happened and you took it personally, say this statement to yourself. I'll do my best to not take things personally. That helps you to be in that beautiful state of mind. So friends, on one side, we were healing what we had done in the past with those beautiful statements. I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, and thank you. And on the other side, we have another 4 agreements. Let me just share that with you. I'll share my screen. Okay, I hope my screen is visible. Yeah. So this is a summary of those 4 agreements. Be impeccable with your word. Don't take anything personally. Do not make any assumptions. and always do your best. It's just a summary, but I always highly, highly, highly recommend to please grab this book. Well, though PDFs and ebooks are very, that's the part and parcel of today, but this is a book, is something that you can to carry all year along. I do not want to read it in a PDF format. I want to read it in a physical book. So Lavanya, that's what I thought I will share today. And Rashmi, thank you so much for the healing. And yeah, so that's all about the topic we wanted to discuss today. Over to you, Lavanya.
Thank you, Sunil. And thank you, Rashmi. It was really a wonderful session. And we have learned a lot today, and especially about the healing. Like, I mean, you can, and I also have a question to Rashmi here. Rashmi, so I was just a little curious. So during this Ho'oponopo, so you said like the doctor Hulon, he looked at the files of the patients and he started doing these prayers. So when he looked at the file, when he get those summations, or when he does that, how could it reflect to others? I was just curious to know that.
Yeah, so when he's
It's our
reading
reality, whatever we see, that's the reason, or like I just wanted a little more clarity.
the emotions, whatever emotions which was coming in him when he was reading the file, that is what he was trying to heal. So you read something when you see a movie or something, you see an emotional scene, you automatically start crying, or at least your eyes will be teared up, right? So that's because you're connecting to that reality. So the same way, when he was reading the files of each patient, whatever they have done, what was their past, how they came into this hospital, what all crimes they did, he started feeling an emotion inside him. So, and he considered that whatever emotion he was getting, it's his reality. He created that reality, and he started doing the Ho'oponopono technique to clear that reality. Whatever part he played in creating it, he started clearing it. So when you start doing it over and over again, it's a combined, right? Now, when you're reading a file of patient A and he's feeling an emotion, there is a shared area of emotion. So he started clearing it, and it slowly started clearing in that patient also. So that is what has been written in the book. There is a book, Zero State, which is about his experiences and his journey. So this is what he has explained it there. So whatever emotion was coming in his reality with each patient file, he started clearing it.
Thank you, Rashmi. It was really a wonderful technique. I think we should all use it, and I'm going to use it. So yeah, and so friends, if you have any questions either related to this Ho'oponopo prayer or regarding 4 agreements, please do let us know if you have any questions. As Sunil said, like be impeccable with your words. That's the takeaway for me, especially Sunil. So sometimes I wonder like why I am habituated with this kind of repeated patterns, and now I know like from the background, because we are being domesticated with this belief system. So that is the main reason. So that's the, and also like not to blame or victimize ourselves, we can say like it's okay, and do our Ho'oponopo prayers if we want to heal that situation and move on, and not to repeat it. Try to not to repeat again. Yeah, allow that the 4 agreements and both the Ho'oponopo prayer as well. Friends, if you have questions regarding either of these topics, let us know. I think Swadhalata madam is here. Swadhalata madam, we would like to, can you please share your few words on this?
A nice session. Very good explanation and practical. Very good. Thank you for both Sunil and that lady. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your kind words. Any other questions? Yeah, Manoj sir, you can unmute yourself.
Hi. Thank you,
Hi.
Rashmi and Sunil, for wonderful, those two techniques we knew, but again, I kind of explained it in detail with multiple examples. So my question here is that, I mean, past is something already gone, right? So it can be last, whatever, 20, 25 years, which we remember, or any of the past births which are gone, right? Which we may not recollect now. But how much is it important that we really spend our energies to know what has actually gone in our past? So is it really important, or rather we can actually focus on our present and just don't even think about past? I just wanted to understand that how relevant and how important it is to know the past. So is it really required, or else I mean we can live from today and do whatever is required to be done?
Sunil, you want to take it?
Yeah, yes. Thank you, Manoj, for that question. Past is an experience. Whatever happened in the past, we cannot do anything about it. That was an experience. There was something, so there was lessons learned, and it's those lessons that are important. So when you ask how important it is important. I have yes and no. The yes, because it is important for us to learn those lessons, to understand, because it's those lessons that are making us wiser and making us to understand, and that understanding helps to take things forward. Partially no, because whatever has happened has happened. You have no role to play at this moment. Like in yesterday's session, that was, you can call it as a karma, be it right or wrong or whatever. But what we can do now is what is in our hands. So it's the choice that we make every moment, which you can ensure that the future, when we think about today as a past, looks better. So there are many people who have gone through the past life regressions, and they went on to their inner child times and previous birth as well, and there was a lot of cleansing that has happened. People have some phobia. Common examples, when they have undergone phobia and there was no answer to the modern medicines, and they could get healed using the past life regressions. Those are there. It's up to every individual choice to understand that as a lesson and move on. I think that's what my take is on this question.
Thanks, Sunil. Rashmi, do you want to add?
No, I think Sunil covered both the parts, so I'm good with it.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Manoj. Thanks, Sunil. So there's a question from Rajiv sir. In our daily conversations with people, there'll inevitably be some percentage of gossip, which could be sometimes beginning or to create light moments. Is gossip always pure poison?
Yes, indeed. Gossip is always a pure poison. Though it is for a lighter moment or to just lighten up ourselves, we are casting a spell, because everyone is, let's say now a group of us are talking and gossiping about a friend who is, a friend or maybe a person. Everyone is speaking out of their own point of view. They have their own mindset. We all are domesticated. Our parents were domesticated. All of us were a victim of this. So we are coming with our own point of view. So when we come with our own point of view, whatever words you utter, we may feel it is just out of, I'm just creating a joke out of the entire thing. But the words that we utter, and probably it can be received in different way to others, and that can create a poison. Poison is out there. Until or unless we consume that, it's not a poison. So just by giving a loose talk, we are actually casting a spell. Why should we be a reason for, why should we be a reason for others to get consumed with that poison? So it is definitely a pure poison. It is definitely recommended not to just get into these gossiping.
Thank you, Sunil. I hope, Rajesh sir, you have got your answer. Sunil, I would like to take an opportunity to ask one question. So, how do you implement, like, not to take things personally? Like, give us an example, and so that, like, we could connect to it and to be detached from whatever it's happening. I mean, just like simple things, not to need to be a big one. So yeah.
From my personal example, if for me, it has helped me. The meditation has helped me, because when someone says something, what is the immediate reaction? That what is that we do immediately? We immediately think, and without thinking completely, we react to that situation. We are already prepared with our own judgment and our own words. How do I just counterattack, or how do I respond? How do I react to the situation? So all of that comes with that emotion. So when we meditate, this meditation helped me to pause for a moment. And that pause will help you to catch hold of what is that emotion that is coming instantaneously. Obviously, when somebody said something which, something which anyone would have taken personally, naturally, it was naturally to happen. So give a pause. And when you give a pause, you look at things which is coming. What is an immediate thing surfacing? That anger or the emotion which I want to resist. No, frustration or whatever that comes. Those emotions are the ones which we see. Okay, now with that awareness, you just catch hold of that awareness. Okay. Now, once you catch hold of that, now you are making a choice. How do I respond to this situation? So that pause definitely helps. Pause has always helped. And there are moments when I couldn't connect with that pause and I bursted out. And then I sit and contemplate, oh, I could have handled this better. I could have done this better. So at that moment, we feel guilt. Hey, I shouldn't have done this. It was such a small thing. Then make a choice there. Make that agreement, the fourth agreement. Always do your best. Okay, next time on, I'm going to take that pause and ensure that I don't react to things so quickly.
Great.
I hope that answered, Lavanya.
Yes, Sunil, yeah. We need to take a pause. That's really an important thing, so that, like, we could use in our daily life. Yeah, we normally react because of not taking pause. That's absolutely
Yes.
right. Thank you, Sunil.
Thank you.
Um,
And we have also announced in the group that now we can actually start taking experiences. We would love to hear. If there are no questions, you can please feel to come and share your experiences from all these 33 days. Not 33 days, I mean, it's a day. All these days we have been meditating, listening to a lot of topics, and there's a journey that we have all gone through. So yeah, I was just adding that point, Lavanya.
yeah. Masters, as Sunil said, like, so please do come and share your experiences either now, or you can put it in our group, however you feel. Either way, it is fine. So please do share, so that it will be an important takeaway for other participants, and they can do that in their life, and they can see, okay, you might be an instrumental for the other people's life as well. So it's important to share your experiences. So please come and do share. If you feel like sharing here now, please raise your hands. Not,
That's all right, no problem.
So you can be prepared for this, Masters. So in another upcoming days, so please be ready to share your experiences. You can jot down points if you have so many to share, so it will be easy for you guys to share it in the upcoming sessions. With that, I would like once again, I want to extend my heartfelt regards to Rashmi and Sunil for their time and dedication. And I also want to extend my thanks to the organizing team and the technical team for their unwavering efforts. Thank you once more to all the masters over here. And I look forward to seeing you all again tomorrow for another fantastic session. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.